He's Meg here, and it's the next night, and we're gonna try to work on this this throttle dealie. All right, so the Regen throttle. So I've got my old throttle assembly here. All right, the old cable dealie, the one that came with the bike when I first got it, and I'll show you guys how that works. And we're gonna try to get the new lever, all right, to work with this as opposed to the twist throttle. Okay, so let's check it out. Okay, so here's what we're working with here, guys. So here's my old throttle. Let's take it out. I've already got it hooked up here, so I'll show you how this goes on here. So we've kind of got one end figured out, right? You just pull this and you move it through here, and it just comes out. All right, that's how you install this guy. So we got to make something exactly like this, okay, guys? Okay, so basically put it through the hole, route the cable through the path, tug on it a bit, right, or move the throttle, right, and then move it through the hole, and then let this go through there, okay? So the spring tension from this actually holds that in, okay? And then you've got the twist throttle on the other side. I think it might still work. So this is just like a normal throttle, guys, that you can find on most bikes. Here I've got the throttle. I'm going to twist it, and it should twist the cam, right? You see it? Yeah. I think it's a little loose. I probably need to adjust that a little more, but it doesn't matter. We're not going to use this anyway. All right. So first, let's take this apart. We're going to use this as our model for the new cable we're going to use. Basically, we're going to have this. If this was enough to make it to the bottom, then this is the length that we need. All right, so we're gonna cut the cable to look like this. All right. Now the other ends, I'm not so sure. Okay, so we'll see when we get there. But let's open this up and let's see what we got here. Maybe we can just use this. I'm not sure. I have never taken it apart, so let me go do that. Okay, got 4mm here. So that was the kind of a beauty about the original Sur Ron, is that you could use any twist throttle you wanted, and you can adjust the slack however you want it. Okay, so there you go. You gotta figure out how to take this thing apart. So there's the throttle cam right there. I think you just twist it this way and then pull it out. It's got all sorts of grease on it. Okay, there's that. And then there's a little thing for it to travel through. How do we get the rest of it out? I think this just sits in here like that, right? Just pull this. I think you gotta open the whole throttle here. Okay, because you have to be able to replace the cable, right? Just what if the cable breaks? Okay, so what the hell, dude? This is a special cable. It is a special cable. This doesn't come out from this. So, I mean, I guess if we want it to work, we could just cut this off, because I'm never going to use this throttle again. Let me clean up this grease and stuff off of it. Okay, but that's what we're working with, guys. Okay, maybe we can just use this. I'm not sure. I mean, this cable still looks good. If we could just use a standard Sur Ron throttle cable, then that's great, because I think they still sell these, hopefully. Okay, so this is the clutch lever that we're going to use with this. Okay, let's see if this works. Let's just move this back here. I don't want to cut this off if it's not going to work. Okay, guys. Then we can never use it again. So that's supposed to go in there like that. Okay, and this is supposed to go in here. I think there's too much cable. Oh no, because the other end. Okay, and then. Okay, wait, hold on. I think this is supposed to go in here first. All right, and this is like the wrong size, guys. It's got to be a much bigger one. So I think it'd probably be best to make our own cable. Okay, we're gonna put this like that. That should be in there. All right, and then let's pull on this cable here. That should take care of all the slack there. Okay, and it kind of works, guys. Kind of works. It's the wrong thingy though. Okay, it actually works. Let me go hook it up. Let me go hook it up to the throttle box. Let me go get the throttle box. Okay, I got the throttle box right here. Open this up a bit. Okay, let's go connect this. Just like that. Pull this, and there you go. Man, this might actually work. Hold on. Kind of works, but not really. Okay, but yeah, there you go. You can see it moving. Okay, you can see it moving. So that's kind of an idea how it's going to work, but this is not right. Yeah, there's too little slack on it. There's too little slack on it. Yeah, we can move this out more. There's too much going on with this too, man. Oh, there you go. It's actually tightening. It's actually pulling on the cable now. So we want it so it doesn't pull on the cable. Okay, so the problem with this is this could get sticky, okay, and gonna get stuck. If this gets stuck, the bike won't move, alright? So that's why I kind of like the electronic one. There's less stuff to go wrong with it. Alright, but there you go, it works. It actually works. Alright, but this end is wrong. So what we might do is I might go play around with this a little bit, alright? But as you can see, if I twist this inside, is this the locking thing right here? This locks it so this doesn't spin anymore. But it moves around in here, so we need the proper end on this. We could probably use this if I changed the end on this. Okay, because this is the wrong size. It's got to be this bigger one here. Okay, but it actually works. Let's see. So that gives you an idea how that works, guys. So if I move this out, that will start moving. So we won't want that to move. We don't want there to be any slack. I mean, we want there to be slack. Okay, so that's definitely not doing anything right there, right? And then we want to open this. Okay. Okay, so that could work, guys. It's not going to work with this because this end is totally different. Unless we can find a way to change that to a bigger size. Plus, I think the cable should be a little bit shorter. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll play around with it. Okay, so does that give you an idea how it's supposed to work? Okay, so this cable is not going to work. Okay, one thing, this doesn't screw into here. All right, it won't screw into this, and this is kind of stuck here. So I think it'd still be best to make our own custom cable. But we're going to use this as a template. We'll at least use the black part, all right, the sheath, all right, or the jacket. We'll duplicate this, but the length has to be different, all right, because this is a lot different than this. Okay, so I think it's got to be actually tighter. So we'll figure something out, guys. All right, so. So what we could probably do is just try to reuse this, guys. Because this actually, as you can see, this actually worked in there. Alright, guys, so here's what I got going on here, guys. So I've decided I'm just gonna return this. It's like the cable's the wrong size. Like I don't really know how to. So what I've done is I went on YouTube and I figured out how to make the ends for this. All right, you just use it. You just use lead, okay, guys, or solder. So we're gonna solder a new end to it. I'm gonna try to cast a new end onto it. Okay, guys, that's the plan. Or anyways. But yeah, so we need a different end for this. This end is too small. All right, guys. Yeah, this end is too small and it's too long. All right, but also that doesn't change the fact that this is the wrong size. The cable is the wrong size for this. All right, this is for a throttle, and this is a clutch, guys. So this is not gonna work. Yeah, this is too much Mickey Mouse stuff for Hades Omega, man. But all right, but anyway, so here's what's going on here. We're gonna keep this end, the end that goes to here. All right, obviously, but the other end's gonna be similar to this. All right, because we're if we try to put this into here, all right, guys, line up the slots. Okay. Put this into here. Okay, and then if we try to put this in here, it's too loose. All right, it's designed for a for a clutch cable. All right, clutch cables are thicker apparently, guys. All right, the hole's too big. All right, but if you look at this, guys, I can probably tap this. Okay, I can probably tap this to fit into here. All right, this is. Look at it, it's almost perfect, guys. All I have to do is make that, just run a tap through there. Okay, and then maybe we can get this to screw in there. If we just get it to screw in there just a little bit, it's fine. And then we can use this as an adapter for that, okay? We'll put that into there, right? Or, I don't know, or we can try to get this to fit in there, but they're different sizes. This size is too small and this size is too big. But this fits into here, guys. So if I can tap this so this will fit in there, we can use this as an adapter for this, all right? And it kind of acts as like a secondary adjuster. So that's the first step Hades Omega is going to do. We're going to tap this so we can screw this into here, okay? So let me take this off. Okay. And when you take this off, this whole thing comes apart too, guys. Alright, so don't lose that. Okay, so I've got this. I'm going to try to tap this to fit to this. Alright, I'm not really sure what size it is, but we'll figure it out. Alright, it's almost like the perfect size to just fit inside here. Okay, okay, and then after that, there's no way around it. We have to cut this. Alright, so we're going to cut it, and then Hades Omega is going to cast a new end onto here, okay? I'm going to use a block of wood as a cast, all right? A block of wood and some solder, all right? And a torch. And hopefully we can make a new end for this, okay? So, Hades Omega's never done this before, so, yeah. Hades Omega's learning new stuff. Okay, guys, so I found out it's a 10125 is the tap size, okay? So if I run the 10125 through here, it should work. All right, I already ran the die through here, so I think this is the one that we need. If I can just get it in there right. Okay, there you go. See, 10125 is the tap that we need. All right, so we're gonna go tap the clutch adjuster dealie with this. Okay. Okay, so I found out that the what is it, 1132. Well, it's 10 millimeters, all right? So 1132 is like 8 millimeters, and then 2364 is like 9 millimeters. I think that's pretty close to what we're gonna need, all right? So before we can start tapping it, all right? So the hole is like it's too small, so we gotta make it bigger. So Hades Omega is going to drill the hole out a little bit, all right? Hopefully we can get a couple threads in there. Be cool. Okay, so Hades Omega is just going to keep on stepping it up until we get to 9 or 10 mil, whatever we need to start running this tap, okay? Okay. Okay, I got the tap. I think we can tap it now. Damn it. I may have drilled it too much. I don't know. I think I messed it up, man. Okay, I think it works. I'll have to use a plier to really get it in there. Or we could just glue it in there. I don't know, man. But so here it is. Okay, so that's going to go in there like that. Alright. And this is just going to screw into this. Okay, and it's in there pretty tight. I can get a plier and just crank it in there, right? And it'll just kind of be wedged in there. And then this thing will be like super long. Okay, guys? But it's still not long enough. Alright. Okay, yeah, so the cable's too long, guys. This is with it all the way in. Alright, and it's too loose. Look how much slack there is. It's too much. Alright, but yeah, it's enough to pull it all the way, but this is already hitting the bar already, guys. Okay, so if I adjust it all the way out, even with this thing here sticking out all the way, it's still too much, man. It's way too much. So we got to cut like an inch off of it or something. Alright, so this is all the way out. Let's go most of the way out anyways. Okay, but we want it to be like most of the way in actually. Okay, so there you go. And I can get a full squeeze from it. Okay. But it still goes to the bar. Okay. So yeah, we have to shorten it. Alright, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to shorten it and then we're going to try to make a new end for it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start by... so I've got this throttle box hooked up here, alright, and it's not taut. Alright, we're going to put the little adapter. Okay, this is what we're going to do, guys. So this is on there. It's taut right now. Okay, it's on there all the way. Alright, this is tight. No, pull this all the way. Okay, so that's tight all the way right there. So we're going to cut it about like half an inch, guys, okay? Like right here. Alright, and then we're going to put a bigger end on it. Alright, and then so how we're going to get this inside the thing is all we got to do is twist this, right, and that should give us slack on this side. Alright, and then we can put that in the lever, okay? Hopefully that's the way it works out, alright guys? But yeah, as it stands, we've got to shorten it, okay? Okay, so I'm going to snip it like right here, alright, where my thing is, and then hopefully we can get the new end in there, alright? Okay, I'm going to use these super sharp cable cutters. Cut it right around here-ish. Alright, oh, point of no return. Oh, crap. Didn't cut it. Alright, but it damaged the cable. Hold up. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure we marked it where we're going to cut it, so let's take this off already. Okay, maybe we should just use a wire wheel. Okay, there it goes. Wish me luck. Okay, it's off. Alright, and that's what we got to work with, guys. So we're going to try to make a bigger end for it, alright? Hopefully I can figure this out. Okay, so the little bar end, we got to figure out what size we need the end to be. So we'll just get these drill bits and just start stuffing them in there, okay? Okay, that looks like it's too loose. Okay, that looks like we're getting closer. Maybe 5/16 is the ticket. Man, yeah, that's pretty deep in there, man. Let's try 21/64. Oh, 21/64 fits in there too. Okay, 11/32. Okay, so it looks like 21/64 is the drill bit size that we want to use for this. Okay, fits in there nicely. Okay, so now we got to figure out how deep we need to drill it. So I'm going to get a marker. Okay, I'm going to get a marker and mark where we need to thing it. Okay, from there up. Okay, and then I'm going to put a piece of tape on the end of it so we know how deep to drill the mold. Okay, Hazemeg, you just learned this just now, so I don't know if this is going to work. So okay, so that's how deep we need to drill the wood. Okay, Hazemeg has got this old piece of wood here. Probably not going to use anymore, and we're going to go drill a hole in it, like right around there, so we can get the wire in there. Okay. Let me get my drill. Okay, if it's too big, we can probably sand it down. And so I'm going to drill it somewhere around here, and then we're going to stop where the tape is. Oh, okay. Maybe we gotta go deeper. Let's go. Okay, about that deep. Okay, and then now we gotta drill a little hole on the side there. That's the diameter of the cable. Okay, so. Okay, so if you guys remember, I don't know, let's go measure it again. 1.5 millimeters, alright? So let me go find something around 1.5 millimeters. Okay, I've got this teeny tiny cable here, teeny tiny little drill bit here. This is what we're going to use. It's like a 2 millimeter. I think that should be good enough. Alright, so we have to get the height perfect, is the problem. So we got to go measure what the height is real quick. Okay, let's go measure the height of this thing. Alright, so we're going to go from, alright, see where the slit is. Right from the very bottom, right? So we want to drill it like 3.8 millimeters, all right? From the top to the middle. Let's do from the top to the middle. So right there-ish. Okay, because when we took the measurement, we took it from the very top right here. Okay, so it's 8 millimeters. So we gotta measure 8 millimeters and then drill a hole in it. Okay, make a little lollipop. I didn't get it on video, guys, but I drilled the hole right here. Okay, and then now we can put this in here. All right, just make the hole bigger. Alright, pick the next drill bit size up. Okay, you guys will be able to see me drill it now. This one's 2.7. It's quite a bit bigger. But it's fine. It's almost in the center. Almost. Okay, it's in there. So now all we got to do is we got to keep this from coming out. So I'm gonna droop this around here. Okay, and it's in there, so you guys can see what we're working with here. 'Tis in the hole, guys. All right. So all we got to do now, we got to go cast, put some solder in there. All right, guys. Okay, haha, I'm gonna use my micro torch. I bought this a while ago. I've been itching to use it. Alright guys, so I'm gonna fill this up with this solder here. Alright, hopefully this is the right stuff. Alright, get a cutters. Just gonna cut it up into little pieces. Shove it up in there. Fill it up as much as I can. And then we'll feed it in there as it burns. So let me get a good idea how much to cut. Okay, that much. Okay, and I'll cut the same length for the next one. Okay, Mega's never done this before. It's exciting new stuff. Okay, I see some bugs in this wood, but he's not going to want to hang out here, that's for sure. Hopefully we got the depth right and everything. This is becoming more difficult than I thought. That's what I want to say, but if we can get this to work, with everything that we have, we'll save some money, right? Okay, I'm just going to keep on filling this cavity up, the mold. Also, this has flux on it already. Whoops. Okay, here goes, guys. It's melting. Be careful not to cause a fire. Did it work? I don't know. Okay, so we got to destroy this to get that out of there. I think we I think we need to put some flux on there, man. Didn't seem like there was enough flux. But hopefully that worked. All right, so now we gotta get that out of there. Oh, it just came out. That shit did not work, guys. It didn't stick to the solder, man. Yeah, it just pulled out, man. Oh, it's stuck now. It was still soft. Hey, it worked. I don't think there's enough though. I don't think we put enough in there. We might need to add some more because it didn't go all the way to the top, guys. It's got to go all the way to the top. All right, so I'm gonna try to burn some more in there. But it looks like it's working. Hades Mega might have not used the right solder or something. Let's go add some more to the top here. Okay, let's just let that cool down for a while. It smells like a campfire in here. Alright. Okay, it's in there. I'm tugging on it and it's not going anywhere. That's a good thing. Okay, so now we're going to want to get this out of there somehow. How to do that, I don't know. Picking at it. So, this is supposed to, like, weaken the wood. So what I'll do is I'll just drill it a bunch of times. I'll drill a little channel. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to pry it out with a screwdriver. Oh, there we go. It's kind of hard and it's kind of messy. Okay, you guys get the picture, right? I'm gonna get it out of there somehow. Okay, I think I almost got it out. I'm just trying to pry it out. There we go. Oh, I got it. Hey, look at that. It looks kind of like what we need. Question is, will it fit in there? It looks awful, man. The bottom part looks pretty good. Yeah, well, we can sand it to make it look nice. It's better to have it bigger than smaller, guys, but let's see if it fits in here first. Oh. Yeah, it's gotta go like this, right? It's too big. All right, that's good. That's good if it's too big. So now we gotta sand it to the proper size. All right, that's freaking awesome! I did it, guys. I can't believe it actually worked. All right, it's not pretty looking, but it looks like it works. All right. Okay, I'm just gonna clean this rough sections up. So it's really soft, so it's really easy to sand or grind. Okay, you get the picture, right? I'm gonna clean it up with the big grinder. All right, guys, money. Here it is. Boom, Boom! Perfect. All right, I think it should have been like a little bit longer, but I think that'll work. All right, but it's in there. And how strong is it? I'm pulling on it pretty hard, and it's not thinging. It's not coming off, so I think it's pretty strong. I think we got a winner, guys. I think I did it. All right, let's go put it all together. We may need to do this again if I didn't make it the right length, okay? All right, guys. Oh, what a nightmare this thing has become. Okay, so I lost this thingy, all right? I knocked it over when we were making the thing here, all right? But it works. It works fine, all right? So what these adjusters, so why there's different holes here, you can make it tighter. So this clutch lever has a lot of adjustability, all right? You can make it, so, but it's on the loosest setting right now. So it's looser here and then tighter there, all right? So we're at the loosest setting. So what I did is I made a mark here, all right? So you can see a silver mark on the box, right? There's a silver mark right here, and then there's a mark on the box there. So that's fully closed, all right, guys? So if I take this out, as you can see, the marks line up, all right? But when I put it back in here, mark doesn't line up, all right? So it doesn't close all the way. That's no good. We don't have any more slack in this thing, guys. So I made it too short, guys. I didn't even cut that much off, man. I cut like ½ an inch. All right, but yeah, look at that. It's pretty tight. All right, it engages pretty nicely, but we have no adjustability. It's like in all the way. Okay, so what we can do is we can cut this this sleeve down. All right, I can probably cut it with a pipe cutter or something. We can cut it down so this goes in here a little more. All right, and then yeah, this will go in and this will give us more. In fact, we should probably cut it like halfway because I don't even have the lock nut in there. Okay, this is the lock nut right here, guys, and there's no lock nut right there. Right? I can't adjust this anymore because it interferes with the lever here. See, it pushes the lever out. So that's the max. That's the absolute max I can do right there. All right, and this is actually supposed to be in there. All right, this is a locking nut right here. So yeah, I kind of screwed myself. All right, so I'm gonna have to take this out again, and then I think I'm gonna cut like half of it out, and then we're gonna shove it back in here. Okay, guys. So, but yeah, we kind of need this as an adapter for this. All right, because that's what this goes in, and it just so happens that this actually fits in there pretty good after we drilled it. Okay. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'll probably cut half the threads off of this and then shove it back in there. All right, guys. Like you can even just like open this up and then just shove it in there, type of thing. Yeah. Okay, so because it doesn't close all the way, and I want there to be adjustability. All right. The way it is now, there's zero adjustability. It's in all the way, and we can't even put the locking nut on there. So yeah. Okay, but it works. All right, my little fabrication dealie, the clutch end there, it works. It works good. Okay, so. And there's not a whole lot of pressure being put on it because it's not really a clutch that we're pulling on. Okay, it's just a spring for this guy right here. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut half of the threads off of this. Hopefully that'll be enough, so we can put this in there and we can actually do some adjustments with it. All right. So what we want is when this one is all the way, we want it to be able to adjust it all the way until these marks line up, right? And right now it's off by a little bit, so it doesn't close all the way. All right, so it's going to be open. If it's open, the bike ain't going to go anywhere, guys. Okay. All right, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I got the pipe cutter here. I've got it about halfway, and we're going to do this. I think I need some pliers. I won't be able to hold that bitch. Okay, so I want to use the pipe cutter, all right, and not a saw or anything, because I don't want to risk cutting the cable, all right, because the cable's in there. Well, you know what I thought about? It may just go down the threads. I think that's what it's doing. I didn't think about that. So I have to just do this back and forth motion, I guess. Just keep on tightening it. I think it's made out of aluminum too, so should be good. Oh wow, yeah, it's cutting it. It's definitely cutting it. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to cut it with a saw going upwards though. Okay, maybe we can just break it off now. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna cut it the rest with the with the saw. I didn't want to do it with the saw, guys, but all right, I'll let you guys know what happens. All right, success. I think I cut way more threads than I wanted to, guys. Though, damn it. Okay, there we go. All right, so now I got a. This is nice aluminum. Yeah, so now we got a. Now I got to get this off somehow. Okay, I'm just gonna cut it with the saw, all right, or a cutting wheel, along this way, all right, and then hopefully that'll get it out. All right, wish me luck. Man, this shit is thick. I'm trying not to cut the cable, guys. I think if I pull on the cable on the bottom here, it just wants to bow upwards. I gotta stick my finger in there or something. Woo! I'm close, man. I almost nicked the cable, dude. Okay, I think I got it. Alright, cut it through. I don't think the cable, there's enough room for the cable to come out, but alright, I'll get it out, don't worry. I'll get it out somehow. Haha, I got it out. Okay, so alright, so I'm gonna go thread this back into the dealie, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, I've done it, guys. Haha, there we go. Alright, I was even able to put the adjuster back on. I mean, not just the lock nut back on. Alright, it's on there, it's tight. Alright, I don't know. There's a little bit of adjustment. I can make it a little bit looser if I wanted. Alright, but there it is. Alright, so there's that action, and there's this action. Pretty rad, alright? And then so the marks, they line up. Alright? So it's closing. If you look at the cable here, you can see there's a little slack on it. Alright, we want to make sure there's slack. Another thing we could do is you can adjust this, and look at the app, alright, and look at the voltage. And if the voltage, I think it's supposed to be 0, right? So if it's 0 or 0.8 or something, whatever the lowest value is, adjust it till it's there, and then maybe back it off a tiny bit. All right, but yeah, we're good. That's it. All right, so that's the max right there. That's as much as it'll give us. Okay, but I think that'll work. Sweet. All right, so there you go. So the next part of the project is complete. All right, so we're about 75% there. All right, so we made the cable. All right, and basically we used the stock cable. All right, the Sur Ron cable, and when I just snipped it. All right, and I snipped it too damn much, and then we made a big an end to it. All right, unfortunately it's a little bit too small for it. I wish it was a little bit. We made it a little bit thicker, but I think that'll work. Okay, It doesn't really have to do much. And then we probably want to lube this before we install it, all right? But yeah, that's all it does. All it does is just pull. It doesn't really rotate or anything. Okay, we've got a little adjustability here. We've got some adjustability here, but probably not even going to use this. Just make sure this is tight. This thing has a lot of adjustment, guys. Okay, so now the next step is to install this on the handlebar and install this underneath the bike. Okay, then we should be good to go, right? So we're probably gonna have to. You're probably gonna have to take this out. So can I take this out while this is installed? Yes, you can. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so we'll install. So I've already adjusted the slack how I want it. All right, sort of, kind of. Like I said, we can check the voltage to make sure it's not open. Obviously, it's not going to run if it's doing something. All right, guys. And then we'll go install this on the bike. We'll run this to the thingy. I still got to clean this up here, and then we'll be done. And then install. Yeah, we'll be done. So, and then we'll have to test it out. All right, so that'll be the next part of the video. All right, so we're done fabricating the new cable. Like I said, we used the old cable. All right, and we just changed one of the ends and we shortened it a tiny bit. All right, and we're reusing this part that goes into the throttle housing. All right, this part right here, and I had to cut half of it because we put too much. All right, so I think if we just cut the end off and we just put a new one on, I think it would have been perfect, guys. We could have used the whole thing. But this actually looks a little better. The reason we have to use this is because this is a smaller cable than this, all right? The clutch cables use a thicker cable, as you saw with that kit that I bought. So I'm just going to return that, all right, get my money back on it. But here it is, all right? It looks sweet. Pretty happy with how it's turned out so far. And we could pretty easily... that's a good question. I could pretty easily buy another throttle cable for a Sur Ron, all right, for the old Sur Rons, but it's going to have this on there. But so we just got to remember we got to cut half the threads off. I could probably press this farther into here because there's still a little bit more adjustment in there. See, there's about like a millimeter or two. I can probably cram this in there. Right? It's pretty much press fit. All right, guys. I tried to thread it, but I couldn't thread it, man. It's just too awkward. Okay, so that's the next part of the project, guys. I am done for tonight, alright? So the next video will actually install this on the bike and hopefully get it running, alright? Alright. Okay, thanks for watching. It's Big Out.